Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to Not for Broadcast. We got through the second broadcast day last time, and I've now edited both of those episodes as well. So I've seen it from in-game and edit perspective. I'm not sure what I feel about the characters in the game. Because when I first was playing it, I didn't really listen to what Advance was saying, and I just kind of assumed from the vibe that they were the bad guys, because, you know, they're kind of crazy. They're just kind of crazy. But then, upon editing it, I was listening to what they were saying, and some of it was oh yeah, no, I get that. I get it. I kind of am for that. But now, I'm torn because I'm not sure. There's a lot to the Advance Party and the political state at the moment in this world. Apparently this game's set in the 80s, which I should have guessed from the screen sizes and stuff like that. But yeah, it's set in the 80s, and it's just alternate history basically. So yeah, I just want to see more. Day 15, a late night. You arrive home after another long shift to find a note waiting for you on the countertop. You recognize Sam's hurried scrawl. Chris has been evicted for not paying rent. You know where this is headed. Sam's gone to pick up Chris's stuff from the street. Don't wait up. Underlined twice. So this is your fault now, is it? You sulkily press play on the cheap horror film you were going to watch together. It used to absolutely terrify you as a kid, but always makes the two of you laugh. It's not the same without Sam, but you still chuckle to yourself occasionally. Okay, so no, Sam hasn't left us, but she's angry at us. Just as you get to the good bit, the part where Candy decides to investigate alone, your 14-year-old son interrupts. He wants to go to a friend's house. He looks at you in a way only a child can, pleading but somehow defiant. You let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. You tell Charlie no, he's not, he knows he's not allowed out this late on a school night. I've read the comments for the previous episodes, I've been told this game gets really heavy. And so I'm now it's changing my perspective on how I should answer these. You let him go as long as he promises to be home by 11. Clearly surprised, he practically races out the door. You doze in front of the movie, waiting up for his turn. You start awake to the sound of TV static. It's gone midnight and there's no sign of Charlie or Sam. It's a school night, and he promised, so you go over there and march him home. Arriving at the friend's house, you find your son, who miraculously notices the time when he sees you. He may think you were born yesterday, but at least he apologizes. That's something. You recognize that cheeky, mischievous look. You can't help but let him off this time. Oh dear. I'm not a terrible person. I'll let people have fun. A tight Christmas. But I'm also someone who only gives a second chance and not a third or a fourth chance. It's kind of like a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me thrice, and you're dead to me. That's not true. But you know what I mean. It's the third time, nah, I ain't having any more of that shit. That ends right there and then. Yeah, so a tight Christmas. You can't help but crack a smile as you look around the table. The snow is settled on the grass outside. The kids are pulling a cracker while your elderly mother tries to keep her eyes open. You did always have a soft spot for Christmas. I do. You're sitting at the head of the table now, your dad's place. Aww. It's been a tense afternoon. Everyone can feel it. It's the first time you've seen Chris since you refused to part with your passport. Yeah. It's a big change for Sam. The two siblings used to be inseparable. Aww. Christmas is usually such a nice time of year. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. Making a toast feels like a slap in the face. You're having a nice Christmas, Grandma. Your mother stares vacantly at you, confused. She comes back to herself at the start of recognition. Yes, thank you, Alex. It's lovely, she murmurs. It's been happening more and more lately. Aww. The clatter of cutlery is all that can be. There are hints here. Hint. Clatter of cutlery is all that can be heard as Chris stares pointedly at you. You make a toast. You stand and raise your glass. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm glad we're all here. There are murmurs of cheers and much clinking of glasses. Chris doesn't move. Yeah, we're all here, no thanks to you. Chris, sighs Sam. Come on now, it's Christmas. Can't we put that behind us? Sam's right, let's try and enjoy ourselves. Chris turns away from you, taking some frustration out on a cheap cut of roast chicken. Your daughter Susie seizes the opportunity to corner you. You know how you love me? You chuckle. This sounds familiar. I'm not going to like this, am I? You joke. Susie rolls her eyes. You know me and my friends are planning on going traveling this year. Susie begins innocently. I don't know how old this child is. Clearly this child's a bit older than I thought, because traveling. Well, I was hoping you'd help me with the money. She's interrupted by Chris, who makes a derisive or derisive snort. I wouldn't hold your breath, Susie. Not known for your generosity, are you, Alex? Ignore Chris. We'll see so many parts of the world and learn so much about other cultures, Susie gushes. You sigh and lower your voice. You know money is really tight now that Grandma's staying here. We just don't have that kind of money, Suze. But please, Harriet's parents are helping her. Alright, fine. We'll find a way to make it work. Happy holidays, achievement. Sam interrupts. Wait, oh. Sorry, were you going to consult me on this, or were you just going to carry on pretending I don't exist? You feel her cheeks flush red and turn away, so Chris can't see. You know you haven't been the most attentive lately, but this rebuke still seems harsh. Sam exhales and seems to brighten. But lucky for someone, I agree. This is a great opportunity, and I'm sure we can find the money somewhere. Sam isn't looking at you. Charlie excuses himself awkwardly as you start to clear the plates in silence. Have you had a nice birthday, Pat? Your mother chimes in cheerfully. Merry fucking Christmas. Current wealth broke as poor. Down. Current wealth? What is money? Dear. A welcome windfall. Oh. This is day 63. You're leafing through the pile of accumulated post. Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought the whole point is that the advance party was gonna make the average citizen more wealthy. Each new bill pulls on your gut like a lead weight until a flash of blue makes you pause. Recognizing the teal advance logo on the envelope, you tear it open. Dear Winston residents, thank you for sending us your passports for approval. We can now confirm their receipt and validation for the new assets and wealth redemption scheme. Hopefully this will make the last month of arguments with Sam worth it. As such, it is our pleasure to enclose a check. Wait, no wonder I was tripping on the sentence. As such, it's my pleasure to enclose a check with which we hope you will see as a symbol, not only of our gratitude to you, but of our unwavering commitment to creating a society free of inequality. The throbbing of your fresh, speed-induced paper cut is the only reason you can believe you're awake. A check? And a sizable one at that. Chris was right. Advance really are redistributing wealth. We will continue to strive for the betterment of this nation and its people. Forwards together, Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. The weight of your financial burdens lessens slightly. It's bliss. Yay. I was hoping that it would just go back up. Either to... Oh, comfortable. Oh. A long weekend. Why? This is day 72, long weekend. Why does the zip on this damn case never close? It's your anniversary. Every year, you and Sam go away for the weekend, usually camping. You're not made of money. You've been looking forward to it for ages, finally getting some time alone together where you can forget about the noise of life. No kids, no work, just a bit of romance and some peace and quiet. The zip finally gives up the battle and you drag the bulging suitcase down the stairs. The answering machine is blinking on the hall table. Good evening, Alex. This is Mr. Bozeman. I'm calling to inform you that you will be required to work this weekend. Your heart sinks. Some information has come to light concerning the rising tensions between our nation and foreign powers, and the National Nightly News team will be working around the clock to ensure we break the story first. Needless to say, I will expect your attendance tomorrow morning, 8 AM sharp. Have a pleasant evening, Alex. Shock turns to annoyance and then fury. What are you going to tell Sam? Sam comes downstairs, brimming with excitement. Kissing you, they grab the car keys from the dish and start to load your bags back. Can I, like, quick save it? Ignore the message you need this weekend. Apologize profusely to your spouse, but you really should go into work. Bozeman's temper is legendary. Oh, I'm amazed that you work in a place where you can, this can be expected of you. What do I do? I don't want to be fired. Even though I don't feel like I will be fired. I might be fired. Apologize profusely. You sigh heavily. You're going to go, aren't you? The voice behind you makes you whip around. You nod simply. Of course you are. It's too much to expect for you to put your family first for once, God forbid. I don't know why I bother, Alex, I really don't. And with that, Sam's gone. The front door swings slightly in the silence. Oh, so that wouldn't have been... Oh, I'm confused now. Permission slip. So I'm confused, because I assumed that was going to be the broadcasting I was going to have to do. It must have just been, like, the people at work's opinion of me goes down or something. God damn it. Day 98, a permission slip. Your son Charlie hovers at your elbow as you read. Do you find yourself striving to achieve? Are you an active member of the team? Do you like reaping the benefits of cooperation? Join the advanced go-getters today. Forwards together. This doesn't sound like the youth club he told you about. Charlie grabs a flyer from you and thrusts a form into your hand. So I can walk there straight from school and Ben's sister can drop us home after so you won't have to do anything. Oh. Sure? Sure. Your son is thrilled. It's heartwarming to see him so passionate about becoming an active part of the community. This can only be a good thing, right? A free ticket. Alan James is right. Is right in front of you. Day 101, a free ticket. Some guys at work gave them to me. They can't go. Sam stands in front of you, brandishing 2 tickets. You see the title in bold letters. Alan James is right in front of you. I'm really unsure. What do you think? Shall we go? The guy's a nut job, or it'll be hilarious if nothing else. Free tickets is free tickets. Hell, let's go. The show is entertaining, but much less funny than you thought. He's a powerful public speaker, and something about it sticks in your mind. Lying in bed that night, wide awake, long after Sam's breathing turns heavy, it hits you. It was the crowd. Not laughing, but roaring. Oh. Achievement unlocked middle of the road. Okay. A profitable partnership. There's so much of this talking in the start of this episode. After a particularly long day at work, you come home to find the post sorted into piles, as Sam has taken to doing recently. Most of it is usual rubbish, but a letter with the increasingly familiar advanced logo and urgent respond immediately plastered on the front in a correspondingly urgent red font grabs your attention. Best to get it over with. Dear Winston residents, this letter was to inform you that the advanced government has taken another step forwards in our fight for equality. By nationalizing the largest private corporations and redistributing their resources amongst the citizens of this great country, the Partnership Bonds program ensures that wealth created by the people is delivered to the people. You don't remember this being in the manifesto. Every household will become a partner in one of 3 carefully selected institutions chosen by Advance for consistent high performance and financial security. Please note, all returns are based on public opinion and cannot be guaranteed. Please select one of the following. Eye of the Beholder, Incorporated. Whether it's cosmetics, clothing, or couture, we see the beauty in all our customers. Neil's Deals Limited. It's always a steal from Crazy Neil. Pleasure Corp. Our business is your pleasure. From sport to travel, or even just some you-time, you can't say pleasure without leisure. What is Pleasure Corp? That's what I'm leaning towards, just because it's like... Yeah? Although the you-time part, I didn't think about that before. I was gonna do a crazy deal at first, but then when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, it's like, if that means that, like, potentially travel stuff, like stuff with the family, but then it's just some you time. I'll go with it anyway. Thank you for making your selection. Please return this form using the envelope provided. You'll receive a report from your partnership in 3 to 6 working months. It seems even advance can't defeat that quagmire of governmental bureaucracy. The future of this nation is in partnership. Forwards together, Julia and Peter. Just how much influence could you have? Oh, it increases further. Am I suddenly gonna be wealthy and therefore not sometimes splurging? Ooh. If I become too wealthy, I'm gonna be targeted by advance. They redistribute wealth so well that everyone's rich and then they have to steal it back from everyone. I really like the song that plays in the loading screen. The Tempest. Day 153, The Tempest. Okay.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here, your boss. While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other 2, so read those tape labels carefully, but make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather is nasty.
Oh, how's it going with Steve?
Why are men such pricks?
That well,
Apparently he has a complicated relationship with his fate.
No.
Sorry, are you saying he chose his imaginary friend in the sky over you?
I don't know why I talk to you.
You're probably just ready for the full date.
I'm assuming
seconds,
the
everybody.
fan
Like I said,
has...
all of you.
we're gonna have overheating at some point in the future,
Pricks. Going
so we're gonna have to
5,
switch the fan on.
4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol has appeared overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome.
Oh.
Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg-Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
While both options are still on the table, support seems to be growing for a daring escape attempt. If a group of fungus experts can't fix the most advanced craft ever conceived by man, then who can?
Laboff avoided. As the last Mr. Snugglehogs is found and destroyed, we ask, how could we have been so blind?
Fortunately, this station wisely chose not to advertise Mr. Snugglehugs, and the subsequent disappointing sales turned out to be a miracle, as only 7 children were horribly injured by the lethal toy. How much worse could it have been? Thankfully, we'll never know.
Julia Salisbury, who mobilised numerous government resources to recall the product immediately after the first blindings, said today that the new advance mark, which must be earned by all new products, would be a 100% ironclad guarantee of safety and quality.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this once celebrated role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Remington's Fist CEO Sophia Remington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are sceptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
When only a Flard will do, you need the Flardmaster 5000. That's the slogan accompanying the announcement that has rocked the construction industry this morning. The breakthrough device for aiding in installation is sure to change the way we see the humble Flard.
With that exclusive prime ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon live at the first annual Sports Board final.
You won't want to miss a second of tonight's
National
National
Nightly
Nightly
News.
I just guessed that that's what I was supposed to do.
But first tonight, while Advance is certainly proving popular with the majority of the country, who've seen their wealth and standards of living increase considerably, for some, the transition has not been as pleasant.
That's right, Megan. The formerly aristocratic members of our society have had to make major adjustments to come to terms with the new regime.
Robin Short is in suburbia investigating rumours that these previously privileged people may be planning some kind of protest. Robin?
Thanks, Megan. I'm here in
I
moderate
cut too
Hatchings
early.
to talk to Wentworth and Penelope Somerset Bentley, who were relocated to the house you see behind me after Advance passed the Assets and Wealth Act on their first day in office. Tell me, how are you settling into your new lives?
Well, quite frankly, Robin, we're not settling in at all. Our neighbours are whitewatters.
It's simply untenable. I hope you'll forgive my language, but it's as steaming as a Wednesday hatch basket with too much spatting.
Steady now, Penelope. Sorry, Robin, my sister's under a lot of pressure. She had to dress herself this morning and she still hasn't quite recovered, Robin.
My goodness, that must have been quite a shock.
She really struggles with ribbons, Robin.
Well, at least you've been rehoused in a nice big house.
Big house? This grubby little gaddis spatch only has one staircase.
And the breakfast room and the dining room in the same bloody place. Imagine that, having all one's grub in one room. One room, Robin.
So what would you say to the people that feel that your family has had it far too easy for far too long, and that these redistributions are both fair and just?
Please
I
stop.
hardly think we've had it easy for Buttle's sake. Only one of our swimming pools was even heated.
But realistically, what can you do?
Well, you've asked the right bloody question, Robin.
Thank you, Wentworth. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason.
I think our toilet butler was from Swinstead. Dear George. Oh, I wonder what happened to him. I remember! Daddy tried to shoot him in the buttocks and he ran off into the woods. You know, that's
Oh,
probably
I
my
can't.
last happy memory, Robin.
I'm so bad at this.
Tragic, but what can you do?
We will
Please stop.
rise and rebel.
Yes.
We wage war on our revolting rulers with righteous words and rebellious writings. Our best guess in our quest for redress is to divest our breasts and undress bare just protest.
Yes.
Oh, what's that?
That
Daddy!
fucking.
Daddy, it's
Daddy!
something!
Please don't do that. We can't show this on the news.
Right, you buggers! Carry her!
Oh no. Okay.
Well,
God damn it.
You are showing some
thought-
shame.
I thought they said it cut short on the news.
Free at last!
Somerset Bentley, glad to meet you. See, the protest has started already. Nice sharp work, boy.
Thanks, Daddy.
He gets that from me, you know.
And forgive me, what are you trying to achieve here?
We just want to be fudging well heard, that's all.
Language, Penelope. We are nude, not rude.
Sorry, Daddy.
We want the world to realise we won't roll over and run away. We will revolt. We will rise again.
This is too much. This is too much for me.
You stuff and piff pop.
What? Riley, stop doing what?
Daddy, how could you?
Shut up and get your butt.
Well, Jeremy, Megan, as this embryonic protest movement takes one in the top legs, it's back to you in the
Get the
studio.
top.
I'm Robin Short, struggling surreptitiously in moderate hatchings.
I think my
Thanks, Robin. Well, that's certainly a story we want to be keeping an eye on, eh, Megan?
Speak for yourself there, Jeremy, but I've seen enough sharp work to last me a lifetime.
I'm sure you have. But can a naked protest movement ever really catch on? It doesn't seem like the way we do things in this country.
But as I'm sure you're aware, Jeremy, this
I'm a little
country
annoyed
is
about that.
becoming a very different place.
Yes, but seriously, who's going to run around
The other
naked in
times
our
that-
weather?
Well, hopefully not you, Jeremy.
Yes, well, there wouldn't be enough canvas for the slogans.
when we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live.
I did
from the
horribly in
Sports
this.
Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Okay,
busting.
yeah, I'm really annoyed. There's been a few times now where they're like, we can't show this. And then I try and like cut away, which is like the thing you see on real news.
She wants your job.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
Alex, Bozeman, we're getting
Oh.
reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits
Wait.
about.
I'm gonna replay it. I won't show it on the episode. I'm gonna redo that whole section. I refuse to get a D. C is as low as I'll go. This is, as the saying used to go, C's get degrees.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm
okay. I
busting.
think I did that a lot better this time. Although I think I started the ad a little early.
She's funny.
Yes, I know. I think it's very endearing.
She wants your job.
She's welcome to it. Why is it raining on my desk?
Alex, Bozeman,
That's
we're getting
better.
reports in that naked protesters might try and spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
I'm gonna put this. Wait, what's this? I get new skin cream with a porky little. I'm gonna put this on instead. Yeah, I got like that second time through. I did it way better.
That's what it says.
But
I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
I forgot that.
Coming up later,
I
we'll
forgot
be
already
speaking
that
to the Prime
you just
Ministers
said
about their exciting new healthcare
she's starting it
facilities
for some
and
reason.
transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Ellie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi Hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a divorce pending, is Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin. Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. On to Mr. Harris now. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Using his arm to pick up the ball.
What is this?
What a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shot number 3. All right.
Yeah, what is this?
She's gone
Jesus.
sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. The ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not a good start there for Tommy Harris in round 1. We can only hope that round 2 treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the ref section, it's time to change ends. Now we have the ceremonial changing of the ends.
This is so weird. This is not what I was expecting in
And
this
of course,
bit.
now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Winter round 2 now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streak on the pitch. Apologise for
Oh.
any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breasts and arms. Try and ignore all of that security. I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible.
I forgot about this.
If we broadcast any of that, as I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving a bit difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore. And yeah, right, great. Okay, so back into round 2 now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive
I broadcast a
gap.
tiny bit of it by accident.
Lady Striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris.
Oh.
And was that a fitted thumb screw? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move. Back to Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound.
What the heck?
Some bit of play here on both sides of the bucket.
What even is this?
I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastering display here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course, I've always said that. And after all, it is a game of 2 halves, 4 rounds and several subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fist. Must be some music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dancer, to be fair. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on him. And the bucket's been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Flying around for all to see. Not something on television. And out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again. And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round 3, I'd love to know what's going on in these 2 players' heads.
What the fuck is happening?
Because of science, we can't. Not bad.
What is happening?
Well,
I don't understand the sport.
Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris.
I feel like this section's less
and
about.
Dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
So the point is to not get it in the bucket. Yeah, I feel like this part's
Striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course,
all just about.
And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles.
This is more about just like switching.
Tommy Harris.
Doesn't matter what you're freaking looking at.
That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. Caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess.
Oh, no.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing about this. I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much we can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters, hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. What's going on here? Yes, yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away. Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Okay, damn it, I ruined it. I was like doing well for a second there.
Oh, jog on!
Jog on!
Absolute bloody. Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris. It really could go anywhere at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernautes of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me.
This is so dumb.
She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting, juggling it around from her hands. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's and she spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on, from Striker.
Imaginary
She's in it
ball.
to win it. On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here. Having a bit of beef.
This is so stupid.
And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a lump. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official. Contestants in, please.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is everyone!
Okay, the ref has to prove once again a win for everyone.
Well then.
Me, as my 15th win at Sports Board Championship, I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security to collect their medals. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon there had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board, Jeremy.
Fun.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
What? Fucking microphone just dropped me. Where's that sound guy?
Why am I bleeping stuff that's not even showing?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mic's just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
I'm wearing you down.
Boozman again. Just heard from the chaps
Yay.
in the this storm is causing the odd power surge. Some of your controls might be a bit dangerous. Now, I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old ticker. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So sorry about all the buckets.
Okay.
We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
Gonna need a whole new lining up there. Triple C, that shouldn't wonder.
We'll look into it.
It's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolfe, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolfe.
Ah, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet. Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little accident?
Cheeky cow.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who have yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Pet. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera,
Oh,
Pet?
sorry, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, my mam came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. We were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I live.
Was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later he went back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon, he had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
It was awful. Awful for us, and this is the point. It were awful for him. They could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline into an
This microphone package has given me electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I think it's from my asshole.
Oh, we're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies all.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of that?
Oh.
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, a raw shell face, fucker! That one was massive! Right, no, this bastard's coming off!
Sorry, that the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... Oh, my grandmother with a rusty twat by...
Mr. Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake!
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be an
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
Ow!
Thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name is Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
No.
Hello, everybody.
So they just...
I don't
Wait, did I die?
This could be a good thing.
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I stopped the leak.
Wait, did I die? No, okay, I didn't. Oh, I only got B for that one. No! Oh, I was doing so well. I'm really curious to see. See, I fixed up A, so there was no, like, major drops. Ah, it was just at the end there. It was all the shocks and shit. It's when he started swearing and he... trying to figure out which cameras to jump to and avoid the electric shocks. All offensive words were censored. All interference... An interference-free show. An exceedingly poor edit. You played one advert too late. Yes, that was the advert in the third section. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. A small bonus. Ooh. What? Current wealth... Oh, no, it's rewriting. Holiday time. Oh. Oh, the pleasure... What was it called? This is the group that I've got my my house partnered with. Pleasure Corporation? Right? And these are the other 3 things. So yeah, now there's this group that now is once again is in... There's now the Advance Party, and then there's like the Rebellion, and then there's Channel 1, which is like our news station, still liked by people. Yeah. Well, that was a wild episode. That took a lot longer. I think mainly because of the introduction section, as well as the... I got interrupted midway through the episode. I think it was actually near the start still. Yeah, we'll see how that does in editing. It's so weird being on, like, playing this game. Like, there's actually just been, to date this episode, there's just been a tsunami warning been broadcasting in New Zealand here. Because we're in lockdown. We're all currently still in lockdown. But then there was suddenly, there was an earthquake in some islands just off the coast. And so, like, there was suddenly tsunami warnings today with, like, there may be huge swells of water. Yeah, so having, like, emergency broadcasts and then coming and playing this with the, like, with the chaos broadcast stuff. It's so weird. It's so weird. Whatever the case, if you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Things are starting to get spicy. I hope I don't have to deal with the electricity thing all the time. I hope it was just that broadcast, because that really throws me, the like electric shocks all the time thing. Yeah. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next episode of Not for Broadcast.